Dear students, for instrumentation engineering students, we were given 8 questions, 3 MCQs, multiple choice questions, and 5 NATs, numerical answer type. And the standard of the paper is moderate. Let us see the problem number 1. Consider the sequence xn is equal to 0.5 times of xn minus 1 plus 1, n is equal to 1, 2, 3, so on till infinity with x naught is equal to 0, means initial guess x naught is equal to 0, then the value of limit xn as n tends to infinity is. Let us find. First of all, we were given xn is equal to 0.5 into xn minus 1 plus 1. Let us find x1, x2, x3 till xn. To get x1, take n is equal to 1 here. x1 is equal to 0.5 into x naught plus 1. Now, let us see x2. x2 is equal to 0.5 x1 plus 1. From this, x2 is equal to 0.5 into, here x1, what is the value of x1? 0.5 x naught plus 1. 0.5 x naught plus 1 plus 1. Now x2 is equal to 0.5 into 0.5, that is 0.5 whole square into x naught, 0.5 whole square into x naught plus 0.5 into 1, 0.5 into 1, 0.5 plus 1. This is the value of x2. Now let us find x3 also. x3 is equal to 0.5 into x2 plus 1. Zero 0.5 into x2 plus 1. This is equal to 0.5 x2. x2 is 0.5 whole square x naught plus 0.5 plus 1 whole bracket plus 1. Now 0.5 into 0.5 whole square, that is 0.5 whole cube x naught plus 0.5 into 0.5, that is 0.5 whole square plus 0.5 plus 1. We are just guessing its values, so on. Remember, x1 is equal to 0.5 power 1 x naught plus 1. x2 is equal to 0.5 whole square x naught, 0.5 plus 1. x3 is equal to 0.5 whole cube x naught. Similarly, we can guess xn is equal to, we can guess the value of xn is equal to 0.5 whole power n x naught, 0.5 whole power n x naught plus 0.5 whole power n minus 1 plus 0.5 whole power n minus 2 plus so on 0.5 plus 1. Now let us take limit n tends to infinity both sides. Before that, if you want, you can take x naught. X naught value was already given to be 0. Here x naught value given to be 0. So this part is 0. Taking limit xn as n tends to infinity is equal to limit n approaches infinity 1 plus 0.5 plus 0.5 whole square plus on 0.5 whole power n minus 1. 1 plus 0.5 plus 0.5 whole square plus so on. The last term 0.5 whole to the power of n minus 1. Do you know 0.5? If I take n is equal to infinity here, infinity minus 1 infinity, 0.5 whole power infinity, that is 0. This part becomes 0. Because we know that this is a 0.5 whole power infinity. 0.5 whole power infinity means 1 by 2 whole power infinity. That is 1 power infinity, that is 1. 2 power infinity, that is 2 power infinity is infinity. 1 by infinity, that is 0. Therefore, the last term becomes 0. Now, this is 1 plus 0.5 plus 0.5 whole square plus 1. 1 plus 0.5 plus 0.5 whole square plus so on. This is a geometric series. It is in the form of 1 plus r square plus so on. Then sum of infinite number of terms of the geometric series is 1 by 1 minus r. Limit xn as n tends to infinity is equal to 1 plus r square plus so on. Sum of infinite number of terms of the geometric series is 1 by 1 minus r. One plus r square plus 1 is equal to 1 by 1 minus r by using this formula. This is answer is 2. So option A will be the right answer. Let us see, we were asked to find the determinant of the matrix capital M shown below. Let us find the determinant of the given matrix. Let this matrix be M. First of all, it is very comfortable to make this element as 0. To make this element 0, let us take second row minus 3 times of first row. Let me write given M is equal to, or we can directly write that M is equal to 1 2 0 0 3 4 0 0 0 0 4 3 0 0 2 1. Now we can do like this: second row minus 3 times of first row, then it becomes 3 minus 3 into 1, then this element becomes 0. So that M is equal to first row as it is, that is 1 2 0 0, 3 minus 3 0, 4 minus 6 minus 2 0 0, third and fourth rows as it is, let us find the determinant of a matrix along the first column. Then it is that M is equal to determinant is calculated along the first column. So plus minus plus minus plus into 1 1. Then delete the corresponding row and corresponding column. Find the determinant of the remaining elements. That is minus 2 0 0 0 4 3 0 2 1. Find the determinant of this matrix. That is equal to minus 2 into 4 minus 6. Remaining elements are zeros. 4 minus 6 minus 2, minus 2 into minus 2, that is plus 4. Therefore, the determinant of the matrix is plus 4. We can do like this also, another method. Given M is equal to 1 2 3 4. These elements are zeros. 0 0 4 3, 0 0 2 1. Now you observe, this is one 2 by 2 matrix, let it be A. This is another 2 by 2 matrix, let it be B. This is another 2 by 2 matrix, let it be C. Or let it be 0, this is a 0 matrix, let it be 0, let it be 0. This is A, this is 0 matrix, this is 0 matrix. I mean B and C are 0 matrices, let it be D, let it be D. So this can be written as, this is in the form of A 0 0 D. Here B and C matrices are 0 matrices, then that M is equal to that A into that D, that A into that D. That A means what? 4 minus 6, that is minus 2. That M is equal to that A into that D minus 0. That D, that is again 4 minus 6 minus 2. This is equal to 4. We can do like this also. From now, whenever you come across any matrix which is in the form of A 0 0 0 D, then that M is equal to simply AD minus 0, that is that A into that D. Similarly, let us see the next problem. Look the given problem. Given A is equal to 2503, then the value of the determinant A power 4 minus 5A cube plus 6A square plus 2I. Let us see. And observe, this is a lower triangular matrix, a square matrix in which all elements below the diagonal are zeros. That is an upper triangular matrix. Therefore, the eigenvalues of this upper triangular matrix are just diagonal elements only. Diagonal elements are 2, 3. So, I want to write the characteristic equation. Characteristic equation is lambda minus 2 into lambda minus 3. This is lambda minus 2 into lambda minus 3 is equal to 0. That is lambda square minus 5 lambda plus 6 is equal to 0. Lambda is equal to 2, 3 are eigenvalues. because the eigenvalues of either upper triangular matrix or lower triangular matrix or a diagonal matrix are simply its diagonal elements. This is upper triangular matrix, not lower triangular matrix. Now, this is the characteristic equation. Cayley-Hamilton theorem states that every square matrix satisfies its own characteristic equation. Therefore, by Cayley-Hamilton theorem, we have a square minus 5a plus 6i is equal to 0. We have a square minus 5a plus 6i is equal to 0. Now take the given problem. Determinant of a to the power of 4 minus 5a cube plus 6a square. Determinant of a to the power of 4 minus 5a cube plus 6a square plus 2i, I think, plus 2i is equal to determinant of from these three terms. I want to take out a square as a common factor. A square into a square minus 5a plus 6i plus 2i as it is. Now you observe from equation number 1, a square minus 5a plus 6i is equal to 0. So this part is 0, 0 into a square, 0. So this is equal to determinant of 2i. From equation number 1. Do you know determinant of Ka is equal to k to the power of n into det A? Determinant of Ka is equal to k to the power of n into det A. N is the order of the matrix. Now it is in the form of determinant of Ka, that is k to the power of n. N means order of the matrix, that is 2. Into det A. A means I. Determinant of identity matrix is 1. 1 into 2 square, that is 4. We can do the same problem in different manner also. You'll see. This is upper triangular matrix. So the eigenvalues are its diagonal elements only, means 2, 3. I mean lambda values are 2, 3. Moreover, if lambda is an eigenvalue of matrix A, then lambda square is an eigenvalue of matrix A square, lambda cube is an eigenvalue of matrix A cube, lambda power 4 is an eigenvalue of matrix A power 4. So ultimately, lambda power 4 minus 5 lambda cube plus 6 lambda square plus 2 is an eigenvalue of A power 4 minus 5a cube plus 6a square plus 2i. Lambda power 4 minus 5 lambda cube plus 6 lambda square plus 2 is an eigenvalue of the corresponding matrix a to the power of 4 minus 5a cube plus 6a square plus 2i. Now let us substitute lambda is equal to 2 here. For lambda is equal to 2. Take lambda is equal to 2 here. 2 power 4 minus 5 into t2 cube. Lambda power 4 minus 5 lambda cube plus 6 lambda square plus 2 is equal to lambda value 2. So that is 2 power 4 minus 5 into 2 cube plus 6 into 2 square plus 2. 2 power 4 that is 16 minus 40 plus 24 plus 2. 42 minus 40 that is 2. Similarly, let us find the eigenvalue corresponding to this equation. Now, for lambda is equal to 3, we have lambda power 4 minus 5 lambda cube plus 6 lambda square plus 2. Lambda value 3, substitute there. 3 to the power of 4 minus 5 into 3 cube plus 6 into 3 whole square plus 2. 3 to the power of 4 that is 81 minus 3 cube 27 into 5 135 54 plus 2. So after simplification it gives 2. Therefore the eigenvalues of a to the power of 4 minus 5a cube plus 6a square plus 2i are 2 comma 2. Now we were asked to find the determinant of a to the power of 4 minus 5a cube plus 6a square minus 2i. Determinant of this particular matrix is equal to product of the eigenvalues of this matrix. What are the eigenvalues of this matrix? 2 and 2. So product of the eigenvalues is 4. We can do like this also. Read the given problem. Consider the row vectors v 10 w 2 comma 0. We were asked to find the rank of this particular matrix. Okay, let us find. First of all, V transpose into V followed by W transpose into W. V transpose into V. What is V? V is a row matrix of 1 comma 0. V transpose is column matrix of 1 comma 0. V is a row matrix of 1 comma 0. Now multiply these two matrices 1 into 1. 1. 1 into 0, 0. 0 into 1, 0. 0 into 0 that is 0. But actually we need 2 times of V transpose into V. 2 V transpose V. So multiply that matrix by 2. 2 into 1, 2, 2 into 0, 2 into 0, 2 into 0. This is the value of 2 V transpose V. Similarly, let us find 3 W transpose W. What is W? That is a row matrix of 2, 0. W transpose means columnar matrix of 2, 0, and W means row matrix of 2, 0. Let us multiply these two matrices. This 2 into this 2, 4, 0, 0, 0. But we just need 3 times of W transpose into W. Multiply each and every element of the given matrix by 3, then it becomes 12, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now we were asked to find the rank of the matrix M is equal to 2 V transpose V plus 3 W transpose W. M is equal to 2 V transpose V plus 3 W transpose W. That is equal to, what is the first matrix? 2, 0, 0. Second matrix is adding these two matrices, we get rank of a matrix is equal to number of non-zero rows. We have only one non-zero row, therefore rank of the matrix M is 1. Observe this. Next problem, f of z is equal to z minus 1 whole power minus 1 plus z minus 1 minus z minus 1 whole square plus so on. This series is expansion of which of the following given functions? Let us simplify. First of all, take the given function. Z minus 1 whole power minus 1 plus z minus 1 minus z minus 1 whole square plus so on. Now z minus 1 whole power minus 1, that is 1 by z minus 1 minus, from the remaining terms take out minus symbol as common, then it is 1 minus of z minus 1 plus z minus 1 whole square minus so on. Do you know the expansion, the binomial expansion of 1 plus x whole power minus 1, that is 1 minus x plus x square so on. The binomial expansion of 1 plus x whole to the power of minus 1 is equal to 1 minus x plus x square minus x cube plus so on. Do you know this binomial expansion is valid in the region mod x less than 1? Mod x less than 1. Now take the given problem. F of z is equal to 1 by z minus 1. This is 1 minus x plus x square minus x cube so on. That is the expansion of 1 plus x whole power minus 1. X means z minus 1. 1 plus x, 1 plus x, x means z minus 1, 1 plus x whole power minus 1, but this 1 plus x whole power minus 1 is valid in the region mod x less than 1. x means z minus 1 is valid in the region mod x less than 1. So this is equal to 1 by z minus 1. Here plus 1 minus 1 cancel. Z power minus 1, that is 1 by z. Simplify this. This is equal to z minus of z minus 1 valid in the region modulus of z minus 1 less than 1 z minus of z minus 1 by z into z minus 1 z into z minus 1. Now numerator is 1. This is equal to 1 by z into z minus 1 valid in the region modulus of z minus 1 less than 1. Let us verify the right option. Option B, 1 by z into z minus 1 for modulus of z minus 1. So that is the right answer. Let us see the next problem. Let f of z is equal to 1 by z square plus 6z plus 9 defined in the complex plane. The value of the line integral over the contour of a circle with the center at the origin. Over the contour of a circle with the center at the origin and unit radius, means radius is 1. Okay, we'll see now. Center of the circle, center of the circle at 0 comma 0 and radius is 1. If radius is 1, it should be 1 comma 0. It should be 0 comma minus 1. It is 0 comma 1. It is minus 1 comma 0. Positive direction means anti-clockwise direction. Now take the given problem. F of z is equal to 1 by z square plus 6z plus 9. The denominator is the expansion of z plus 3 whole square. So z plus 3 whole square is equal to 0, z is equal to minus 3. Z is equal to minus 3 is a singular point. As a special case, it is a pole of order 2. Z is equal to minus 3 is a pole of order 2. But this singular point, but this pole lies out of the given circle. This is z is equal to minus 1 point, minus 3 will be lying outside of the given circle. So we have only one singular point, but it is lying outside the given circle. If all singular points are lying outside the given circle, according to Cauchy's integral theorem, the value of the integral should be 0 then. Therefore, by Cauchy's integral theorem, by Cauchy's integral theorem, integral 1 by z square plus 6z plus 9 dz is equal to 0. This is the value of the integral. So answer 0. Read the given problem. Consider the function f of x is equal to minus x square plus 10x plus 100. The minimum value of the function in the interval 5, 10. Whenever you are asked to find maxima and minima in certain interval, that meant for global maxima and minima, I mean absolute maxima and absolute minima, we need to find. So first of all, take the given function. F of x is equal minus x square plus 10x plus 100. Let us find the stationary point, I mean critical point. To get the stationary point, differentiate this function with respect to x. Then it is minus 2x plus 10. Minus 2x plus 10. So f dash x must be equated to 0 in order to get a stationary point. Minus 2x plus 10 is equal to 0. From this, x is equal to 5. We need to find f of x value at the stationary points and also at the endpoints of the given interval. Among all these, wherever you get the highest value, that would be the global maximum or absolute maximum. At which particular point, if you get the smallest value, that would be the global minimum or smallest value, I mean absolute minimum. Let us find f of x value at the stationary point and also at the endpoints. Of course, here endpoints and stationary points are same. Let me find f of 5. F of 5 is equal to minus 5 square plus 10 into 5 plus 100. This is 125. Similarly, let us find f of x value at other endpoint of the given function. F of 10 is equal to minus 10 square plus 10 into 10 plus 100. So answer 100. Now global maximum or absolute maximum is equal to, actually we were asked to find minimum value only. Let us write both global maximum and global minimum. That would be the largest of f of 5 and f of 10, that is 125, and the global minimum, we need only global minimum. Global minimum is equal to smallest of f of 5, f of 10. Smallest value of these two, that is 100. So global minimum is 100. We just need smallest value, I mean minimum value, I mean absolute value, that is 100 is the required answer. Let us see the next problem. Consider that x and y are independent continuous valued random variables with uniform probability density function given by x is uniformly distributed in the interval 2, 3 and y is also uniformly distributed in the interval 1 comma 4, then we just need to find probability of y less than or equal to x. That is fine. X is uniformly distributed in the interval 2 comma 3. X is uniformly distributed in the interval 2 comma 3. Two comma this is x is equal to 2 line, this is x is equal to 3 line. Next, y is uniformly distributed in the interval 1 comma 4. Y is uniformly distributed in the interval 1 comma 4. This is y is equal to 1 line. This is y is equal to 1 line. This is y is equal to 4 line. This is x is equal to 2 comma 3. This intersection point x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. Here x is equal to 2, y is equal to 4. Now this is x is equal to 3, y is equal to 1. X is equal to 3, y is equal to 1. This is y is equal to 1 line. Now this is x is equal to 3, y is equal to 4. X is equal to 3, y is equal to 4, but this is y is equal to this. Now, first we were asked to find the probability of y less than or equal to x. Let us draw y is equal to x line. Y is equal to x line is a straight line passing through the origin. Y is equal to x line is a straight line passing through the origin. This is y is equal to x line. It intersects here. Here x value, this is x is equal to 2 line. Therefore, it is 2 comma 2 because y and x coordinates are same. This is y is equal to x line. So, but this is x is equal to 3 line. Y is equal to x line intersects with x is equal to 3 line. If I take x is equal to 3, y should also be 3. Therefore, it is 3 comma 3. Now, let us give the points. This is A. Let this point be A. This is B. Let this point be C. Let this point be D. This is E. And this is F. A, B, C, D, E. And this point, let it be F. Now, we just need to find the probability of y less than or equal to x. Y less than or equal to x means we need area below y is equal to x. So, sketch the region that is occupying below y is equal to x. So, this is a trapezium area, or you can do like this also. I just want to write one more line here. I want to split this area into two parts. This is the first part, this is the second part. Now, this is x is equal to a straight line parallel to x axis, that is y is equal to k. This is y is equal to 2 line. This is y is equal to 2 line, and this is x is equal to 3. X is equal to 3, y is equal to 2. So let us rename the points. AB, let it be C, let it be D, let it be E, let it be F, let it be G. So probability of y less than or equal to x means we need to find the shaded area. Let us write. We just need to find probability of y less than or equal to x. Probability of y less than or equal to x is area of the shaded portion. Area of the shaded region divided by area of the total area means area of this rectangle A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Area of the rectangle A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's a rectangle. Now look at the shaded area. Shaded area is a triangle and square. Square or rectangle. Triangle area, this is triangle area, this is square area. Area of the triangle is half into base into height. Half into base. This is base. Base is the distance from 2, 2 to 3, 2. That is 1 unit only. So base is 1 unit. Height. This is height. The distance from 3, 2 to 3, 3. That is 1 unit. Plus area of the square. Side into side. This side AB. Distance from 2, 1 to 3, 1. That is 1 unit. Another side BC, that is the distance from 3, 1 to 3, 2. That is also 1 unit. Divided by denominator area of the rectangle ABCDEFG. Area of this whole rectangle. Now that is side into side. This side is AB, that is the distance from 2, 1 to 3, 1. That is also 1 unit only. Next, another side is BE, that is the distance from 3, 1 to 3, 4. That is 3 units. The distance is 3 units. Now this is 1 by 2 plus 1, 3 by 2. 3 by 2 divided by 3. So answer 1 by 2, 0.5. So 1 by 2 is the required answer. So it is a fill in the blank question. So 0.5. This is the answer. Thank you.